Greetings. Dai, how are you?
Hey Bernard, all good. Greetings.
Good. Yeah. Right, let me send this message across. Greetings, Dita. Oh, it's how are you?
Good.
All right, good. Thank you. Let me just check with some people here. Greetings, good afternoon, Tex. We meet again. Thank you so much. Let's wait a little bit.
Just for a reference, we was able to get in contact with somebody from CF there regarding the developer portal. So that is the person that ate attainment that's in the working group chat and also the water cooler. I tagged them there.
Mm-hmm.
They can answer any questions you guys might have on the developer portal. But yeah, feel free to use it and let me know if we run into issues or if there's something more specific that you guys want to do to improve that at all.
You talking about the Cardano.org, the developer portal?
The developer portal?
On the Cardano.org one or any different? Which one you're talking about? Sorry, I'm not lost a little bit. You said CF. I think the CF also has something to do with developer portal, but we in past discussed about developer.cardano.org.
Yes, that's the one run by the CF.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we are talking the same name. And what's the person? Sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Attainment.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think no.
This
Discord,
one.
You'll see I tagged him. Yes.
This one. Okay. I missed what you said about this developer portal.
Y'all are free to use it if you come across any issues or anything that you guys want to build or add specifically. Let me know. If you guys have more questions on it, again, that person Attainment who I tagged in the channels there is from Cardano Foundation and can directly help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. Normally, this one is the first point of call for a lot of people. Right, let me see. I see here I've got two, Atia and Trifina. Maybe just 2 minutes or 3 minutes. If they don't come, then I will start because we are recording. Are these recordings available to upload so that maybe those who come late or those who are not there, they can refer to them?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. We can work on that.
Can work on this one. All right. Thank you. Right. Meanwhile, we are waiting maybe Adita, maybe you can introduce yourself, and Prefina. Welcome to Developer Experience Live Session. My name is Bernard Swanda. With me here, I've got Francie, who is our program manager. And then also I've got Dai, who is my developer advocate colleague. So welcome all of you. Thanks a lot for coming to support. And then Adia, maybe you can introduce yourself. Feel free. Adita, sorry.
Yeah, Aditya. So, hello, I'm a developer on Cardano, so I've been working with few projects, and I've taken some help from Uday Solanki to connect me with some people, as well as Alex, because I was attending the group meetings that were occurring. So, personally, I'm more of an on-chain developer with Haskell and Plutus. I'm currently doing that. I wouldn't consider myself as an expert, but yeah, I feel like I'm getting there.
Oh, awesome. All right. We're really pleased to have you. I would like to connect with you. How do we connect with you? Can you give me your Discord handle?
Yeah, I can share it. Where should I share it? That's
On the in-call messages.
okay. Yeah, I'll just find it and share it. Just give me some time.
Okay. That is awesome. On my last 31st, that was 31st session, which was day before, well, it was Monday. Yeah, oh no, Monday, yes. I got a lot of people who joined the live call for the new members on WIMS. We had more than 100 people who signed up. And then I had a lot of people from India. And I see they are joining up even the other developer site on the Telegram. It would be very nice to coordinate with anyone interested. Right, next, Prefina, introduce yourself, then Xavier, then we'll start. I think as long as you have more than one, it's enough to start.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Prifina Kayembe, and I am a developer at WIMS Oxygen Global. Yeah, so I'm one of the developers working under Mr. Benda Sibanda, and I also coordinate on one of the greatest projects that has been funded by the Project Catalyst, which is the 16 Universities program. And I'm like one of the coordinators leading the time zones. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your time zone is very important. She is running live sessions on Haskell Bluetooth from -8 UTC to -4. And then from 6 right now till around 11. How many hours from now? Maybe 4 or 5 hours from now. We have another time zone open on our side. Okay, thank you very much. And then Xavier.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir. Okay, my name is Xavier. I'm a student developer at the WIMS Oxygen Global. I was invited to this meeting by I'm Mentor Sasibanda.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here once again to learn. Thank you all so much.
Where are you from? Tell them. So that we have an idea.
Okay, I'm from Nigeria. Connect from Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome, Pedro. We were just doing introductions, then we are starting. Pedro is one of the most important person to have here. Introduce yourself.
No, I'm
You
not,
know,
guys. I'm not even technical enough to be here. But yeah, my name is Pedro Lucas. A lot of people know me by Lucas, and I'm chair of the open source committee currently, which hosts this working group. Sorry, maybe I can open my camera, but I'm outside. But yeah, I'm just checking in for 5 minutes, say hi, and see how things are going. It's great to see developers networking, and you know, great to see you die here as well. I'll be keeping in touch with you guys. Okay, have a great session.
thank you very
Cheers.
much for coming to bless our session. This is a blessed session. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Okay, let us start today. Yeah, and really appreciate that. Let's start. On our last 2 weeks back, when you were with me, I showed you how to quickly create an NFT using one of the tools that is available here. And the people who had requested for assistance on the getting started very quickly, which tools are available. Today they are not here. Most likely they are going to come late. But for those who are here, I had said when we come this side, I was just going to show you again. We've got a Haskell Bluetooth compiled SIPO. And then at some point in time this side, how can you integrate it with an off-chain part? Because that was the first part only, where you compile it, and then now you've got the SIPO. You can create an off-chain using the Haskell. You can even use other off-chain libraries like Lucid or Mesh. I'm not very sure. Adita, I'm very much curious. What have you done most likely, or which tools have you used for your own chain?
So mainly CLI and other repositories, and as
Awesome.
well as Haskell and Plutus.
Awesome. So you have managed to create a smart contract using the CLI, Cardano
Yes,
CLI.
yeah, CLI mainly for deployment, but for writing, I used Haskell only. Yeah. Testing as well, I used Haskell initially, and then after deployment, I tested it a little bit on chain through CLI. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then which are you using for compiling?
For compiling, GHC and Cabal mainly
Oh,
are the
Kappa. Yes. GSA and Kappa. All right. That is what I was going to show people here. There was a request on one of the requests. Since we are recording, I'm just going to show my screen. Demi was here last week, and he did contact me here to say he needs assistance on the, on the latest node and CLI environment setup for Bluetooth version 4. So what I wanted to show is another way to new developers and those that are here, how you can create your own chain, compile it. And then today, what I really put in play is so that you see the 2 pictures of how the off-chain interacts with the on-chain. But this time I wanted an easy off-chain part, which is JavaScript and TypeScript. But I will quickly go over. If anyone has got a question or a specific need, feel free to divert me, not too much. Right. All right. Last week, due to a request, we used this a D-quadrant service. It's called Coupa IDE. What it does, it replaces what we had before, which was the application backend. So with this one, you just straight away here, you can compile your smart contract. There are 7 smart contracts we have here. If I can show you here, these are 7, and we can check with them today if they are going to compile. But last week, this is where we started. The reason behind is we do not want you to be frustrated, especially when you are starting your journey on Cardano application development. It must be very easy and exciting so that you are intrinsically motivated. So this service, it does a lot of things for us. So I'm going to show you another because the Bluetooth Pioneer version 4 requested by Demi. I was here going to show him this video. Since we are recording, I'm just going to put this video in place. This is a PPP 040102 setup of our development environment. I'm not going to go and run through it, but I will just highlight also for the sake of my student Xavier and Prefina, and also so that later on when you need other alternative ways of setting up your environment, you do not struggle. Right, this one is on the Cardano University's Prefina and Xavier. If you want to check, so where do we find this? If you go to Coxygen.co universities and you come to GitHub, and then under GitHub, you scroll down here to section F, here, 11, is it 10? Yeah, here, where we have got the off-chain and on-chain. No, it is number 9, this one. This is the IoT. So when you click this, it will open all the PPP, Bluetooth Pioneer program, and then the setup is this one here. When you click the setup, then there is a video and there is also a text section. Then this video comes up. Right, I have given you the video. I'm not going to go through it, but I will just explain 2 things. There is the first session where you can, without setting up your environment, you use the meter run. So this is in 2 parts. It uses the meter run. I'll show you where to go to get the meter run. And then the second part, it uses you install Docker. There is a Docker image for running and testing and compiling and creating the Haskell. Right. So I will just show you the second part is this one. I'm just going to show you here. Right, to show you the first part, all what you do, you come to this demeter.run. I'll give you the link. And when you get to this one here, there is a free account. You can log in very quickly using a Gmail account. So here's the part. And then once you have this, you can get started very quickly. Once you have logged in with a Gmail account, then the next thing is you just follow this, set up your workspace. And then once you have set up your workspace, it is automated. Let me just go to these services. space. Yeah, there we go. And then from here, you can scroll and select your virtual machine, VM. You can select CPU2, this one, or this one. Selecting of this one depends on your PC, but you must know if you want this to run fast, you select this one, then means your credits that you are given, which are around 50,000, they'll be consumed very quickly. I always go with this one here. Then you select your testnet, preview, production, and this one. And then down here, you can enter what workspace name you need. We call it this one here. Then you create. And then what it will do, it will set up environment, VS Code, and everything. There are startup kits on this one here. And then there is the PPP, the Bluetooth Pioneer version 4, which you can follow. Right. I'm not going to go through this setup because that is not what we are going to use. So I will stop it. Play around with it. I believe when I give you the link, then the rest you have to explore and get it right. Let's go to the second part, which is the Docker part. Right. With the Docker part, there are following steps that I need to show you that you need to follow. Right. Number one, you need to have Docker installed on your machine. So you need to go to Docker, of course, to the main website. Let me give you the link. And then you can select install Docker on your desktop. Depending on which operating system you are using. Then you set up Docker. This one shouldn't be an issue. And then once you have set up Docker, then the next thing is to go to the Bluetooth GitHub repo, which is this one here. Let me show you, right, I did install Docker. The only way you can check that it is installed and running, maybe you can say Docker version. So that one is running. All right, also for the sake of those people who have never probably used this environment, they're used to Windows. The best thing you can do is to install Windows Subsystem for Linux, WSL. Then you will have something like what you see from my screen. Then when you are here, you need to install another tool called Git. I know some of you might not know. So you install Git. When Git is installed, it is the tool you are going to use to download your repository. Right, in this case, I've already used Git, I've downloaded and I've installed this. Right, I'm going to switch over to this Bluetooth Pioneer so that you see it here. There's one thing I want to explain with this container. Right, the container has got one advantage. Using Docker has got one advantage. Using Demeter run, at some point in time when you are doing some advanced or some complicated, when you are a heavy user, not a heavy user, medium user, you will run out of credits. And the other thing is sometimes it's on an online environment, you might have some online issues. You might need more control of what you are doing. So installing something local on your machine gives that control. So Docker image is what the IOG have prepared, and it is working. If it's not working or something is broken here and there, you can contact me, then we can lively go through it. One thing I want to show you, once you have installed the Git, you have installed the Docker, the next thing you need to install is the VS Code, of course, on your machine. All of us have got VS Code, sorry to say. Maybe some are using other text editors. Once you have got the VS Code, you need to install an extension here called Remote Extension. remote environment. I've already installed it. So the remote environment here is already installed. But when you type remote environment, it will appear. And then from here, you install it. That's all. You have Docker, you only install remote environment. So you have VS Code, you have Docker, you have Git. You install that remote environment here. Then the moment you git clone, and then you open your repository like this, you're going to see the following directories, the .dev container. This is the one that will immediately pick it up. It will pick up your Bluetooth Pioneer application, which is containerized, and then immediately to prompt you down here to say, do you want to open this in a container? Then you say yes. Then it will set up everything from beginning to last and even download all these tutorials that you see here. It will install GHC app. It will prompt you at some point in time, or it will carry on with that GHC app and install it. Right, here just to even the Kapal version manager, you see, it is there. So all the environment, this is how these tools work. So we've got so many options, the Demeter run, you have the Docker image. Right, any question on the Docker image? Yes, Uday, over to you.
Yeah, just clarifying, Bernard, the VS Code you said to install, was it installed in the local machine or in the Docker image? On the
In the Docker.
In the
All right,
Docker image.
yeah. The VS Code, you just install it on your desktop, on your computer.
Yeah, that's
when the VS Code on your computer, the one that you normally use for local development.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
just wanted to clarify that.
Yes. All right. I want to show you something again that is very interesting. Things are so much right. I think you can see my machine. If you do not want to use Demeter run, or somehow, for some reasons, and you do not want to use a Docker image, you can use code spaces. Now, the nice thing about code spaces, you also just come to this one here, open it, say, click code spaces. Then here it will prompt you, you create a code space for this Bluetooth Pioneer GitHub repository, and then it will open it up. You'll see something exactly like what you see here. But then that VS Code, Uday, it is going to be here on the code spaces. This one again is an online service which quickens you, especially if you do not want to run local environment. This one I've done it out. This one is very good. The only disadvantage I have seen is if you are running a non-paid online service on this one, you run out of space very quickly. Faster than the Demeter run. The Demeter run gives you a lot of space. It's a little bit better. But it's all the same. It will install all the dependencies that are needed for you to get started and working. Right, so you've got so many different choices. Right, let's come to the Kuba IDE, the image, this one here. Right, let me give you the link to this one. You type kubaide.com, IDE Pascal. It will prompt you to sign up if you are not. I have already signed up using my Gmail, which is very quick, and then also I have logged in. Then it comes here. I like this one at the moment. It's free. There is no, you are going to run out of credits. And then the limitation with this one here, you don't have that flexibility of creating some new contracts from scratch, doing them. They've got their own templates here, which you use for, especially very good for startups. Like in this case, we've got a vesting contract here. And if you look at this vesting contract, if you look at the username here, the module name is contract, it's not vesting from what I'm used to. And then I've tried to bring in external Haskell code, but I've met up with some issues here. I think Sandeep, they did a great job, and I think they have promised on one of the articles, is it H52 Intersect, that they are going to integrate this service with the Hydra. So definitely, I think it will. The other nice thing is most likely we have them to assist us when we need assistance. So getting started mustn't be an issue to anyone. If it is, then we are available with our live sessions that are running every day. Right, what we did last week, which was a very quick, we did this. And then from here, I'm still using that account. We compiled this. Then after compiling it, we came here and then we minted the token. This code is still here. You can see we said this Intersect Dev Explorer token. I'll just show you here. Let's go to our token list. There we have, we managed to mint 2 of these tokens. There we have, using that, this one here. One thing, I'm not biased. Of course, maybe I may be a little bit biased towards this because I've used it, but I want to be fair to say all different tools for working with Haskell Bluetooth, they work. If there are some issues, could be you are skipping 1 or 2 steps when you are using them. Right. I want to weigh for you so that you be aware of some pitfalls that you are going to come across. Right. The other pitfall that you are going to have when you are using these other ones, I'll start with whether you are using Demeter Run, you are using this PPP, or you're using that extension or whatever. You are going to run your own chain, compile it, and have your own chain. Then now you need to do what? You need to interact with it so that you can send some, you can create transactions and deploy it on testnet and see it like what you see here. Right, the challenge which is solved by Cooper, it has got an off-chain here using a declarative approach. Here I've created a transaction with the output. There is my output address. And then this is a minting transaction. There is the script. There is the, this is, I think is the, we call it script hash. And then there are tools here for you to convert from your script address to script hash. So I'll show you, you click this A part. So you've got this compose an address. So in this case, given a script hash, right, you must be able to get back. You see what this tool has done. You've managed to, there, you managed to come up with an address from a what? a script hash. Also, what happens if you have got an address? Like in this case, I've got the address here, this one here. But I need a what? You need that script hash. You need the hash of this to use on your transaction when you're creating your transaction. There is a tool here, the second one, which says decompose. Yeah. Then you just change this one here. You put this one. Okay. This is the old one that is already there. It's not this one that I selected. Okay, let me click this one so that you see. Right. If it doesn't work, then you reload it. And then let's use it straight. Here you give it a page 32 address. Then there you get it. You see? There. There is the script hash that I got it there. And then from there you can come and create your off-chain transaction. Then it will you compile it. It will ask you to sign. And then you sign immediately. It will deploy onto the testnet. There is another tool called ZT Haskell Bluetooth CLI GUI that does this again. That one uses CLI GUI. There is a GUI that takes you through that. I loved that one also. And then there is another one which you can use with the Cardano node, where you just simply use the CLI, like what Adita said, to deploy whatever you have onto the on-chain. Right. Now, I want to show you, like I said last week, that we can right. There are other tools for off-chain part. For example, you can take your SIPO code and then build your off-chain using Lucid. If you go to Cardano Cube or to Cardano, this one here, you come this side here, you will see already, oh, Lucid is not here. There's only ICANN, but you can use Lucid, and there's Lucid Evolution. There's Lucid from Alessandro, space bars, and then there's Lucid Evolution, which I think is the one most developers are using now. I'm not going to go into that one, but it helps you to create the off-chain part very easily for your SIPO on-chain code. When you go through those videos again, there is also a Lucid off-chain demo with the source code. There is another one, Mesh, for off-chain code, Mesh JS, which is a Next.js JavaScript or off-chain, on-chain. This one you can even mint a token straight from what you have here. And they've got here also you can start. You can get started here immediately and test and connect to your wallet and test this. Right. There is another one which I'm using, which I want to show you today, which uses a Coxylib, a liquidly, what do you call it, a wrapper. I call it a framework or a library. I wrote it myself for taking your SIPO to the on-chain part to make your developer experience also very easy, very fast. All these tools, the moment you get to know them, you will realize, and you use them a lot, then they become easy. Then you are able to be productive very fast. So here, I'll just show you. On the Coupa side, you can come here and pick up a smart contract. Let's select the vesting. I did test it with the vesting. Then what we do, we compile the vesting. then you see this service, it works very well. I will tell you in 2022, for us to just have this thing here, we didn't have these tools like this. We had what was called a playground, Bluetooth playground. The Bluetooth playground was just a mock-up. It was a mock-up of what you see here. You couldn't even send anything that you had onto a test net. So when you needed to send something to a test net, you had to use a Cardano CLI. So using a Cardano CLI, you need to install the Cardano node and then also install the Cardano CLI too. And then from there, it is manually from A to Z using it. Okay. I like it when you are used to this, to use that manual, because then you begin to understand a lot of automated steps in the whole process to where you are going. So this one, I can compare it to something like Remix in Ethereum. You know, in Ethereum, when you use Remix, just write your VM, your smart contract there. Then you test it, create your smart contract, call it a contract. Then you go there and then you go and test it on Etherscan. So I think this one is like that, because look here, we don't need a lot of things. The only thing, maybe with some development later, we are going to have more capabilities. Right, let's suppose now I have compiled my SIPO code here, my SIPO here, this one. Then the next question is, how do I use it with JavaScript? So I've got a JavaScript, plain JavaScript. Let me just open. We all know JavaScript, which is on the front side. Simple JavaScript. Okay. So you can see this is the SIPO. This is the description. This is the version 2. It is this one here. This one here. That one I compiled it. I don't know whether that one was compiled with, but it is exactly the same. If we copy this SIPO, copy this JSON file, come this side on this JavaScript page. This is a one page. That is the most interesting part, one page. And then here, we simply replace this script here with this. Then now we build up our off-chain. Right, to build up our off-chain part now with this, it's very easy. Let me show you here. I was testing it now. Yeah, there we go. So you will see there is a test.html, which is that one there. This one, this is the one. So just you look at it here. All what you do when you are building it here now, to build the transaction, let me take you through just so that you see how it is. You simply call the functions. You simply call the functions. And these functions, I created them using Helios library. That's all. And calling the functions there, let me close this one here. This is the game part. That's the one maybe we can test there. This one I'm not using it now. This one I'm not using it, but they were just for demo. So, all right, the one I was testing is this one for crowdfunding. Yes, the vesting is this one for crowdfunding. This one was for the game demo there. All what you need when you're using the Coxie lib, you import this JavaScript. Then you are done. Then inside it, there is this function called crowdfunding. Then you simply call it, run it. Okay, now maybe people might talk about how is it connecting to the blockchain? It is using Blockfrost. Then maybe other people are going to say, but if you are having your Blockfrost ID on the front side, it's not a security issue. We put it on the server side. And then when this runs, when it needs that ID, then it sends an API call to read the file on the server side. You can even encrypt it there, that encrypt and decrypt, so that when it comes this side using a key, then you decrypt, then you give it to the calling function. Then from there, it connects, then you use it. So that if somebody right-clicks, goes to the source of the page on the front side, doesn't even see where the key is because it is on the server side. So that is the security part. So it's very secure from what I've done. So let me run this one so that at least you see. It will run. The moment it pops up and asks for a signature, it means the transaction was built according to the Bluetooth specification as defined by Helios, which is a functional programming language built similar to Haskell, to Bluetooth. If there are errors, then you will see the errors here on this part here. Like in this case here, says no account, whatever. Why? Because I changed the accounts from the extensions. Right. So from here, there's another library I built which is called Jimba for front side testing, because then from here you can step through, see the transactions here. If there is an issue, you can see. If you want to step through to see, it's okay. On my front side transaction, what am I supplying? These are the parameters we are supplying as the datum. There is map data. Then you can see here we are using SIP68 inline datum. There we have that. If it fails, it will give you an error. Then you'll know why it failed. Right, in this case, you can see it here. It is pointing out to why it failed immediately. But remember, it can fail on chain and still display the results here. And then fail off chain and display the results here. Right, out of this, later on, I will show you the application my students developed, like the donation app, where the whole front side, the patterns and the inputs are developed and they used it. And that Coxilib again, I've used it for Cardano property solutions.co, this one here. Here, I'm just trying to show you that Coxilib with the front end is all what we need to take that Haskell on-chain code from, I would say, we compile it with Cooper, which is very fast. And then this side, we have got the Coxilib. You build up, you can hook it to any website front end, then build up a front end where people interact, enter the, if you are saying, all right, mint a token name, quantity, then you just click a button, then builds up a transaction, and then it pops up for you to sign. Right, how is it different from the Cooper off-chain part? Cooper off-chain part is declarative. It's still manual in the sense that you have to build up that transaction, the outputs manually. You hook it manually there. But it works, and this one works. So With the coxylip, the same thing that I have shown you here, that coxylip, I've hooked it up to a property, sales, real estate. Complete, it's working here. Out of here, you create smart contract. This one is running with about 6 different simple smart contract. This is a demo, but it is using it completely. And then from here, you've got your property listed. You can see here, everything is sold in EDA. And you can even verify each property, the on-chain part. And then you can resell your tokens here. The moment you get to this part here, you see it has pulled out the tokens that I have on my wallet and their quantities, so that if I decide to resell this, what I want to show you here is it is that coxylip front side. So now, on the demo that I showed you on the test, the on-chain part is applied by Haskell Bluetooth. Let's call it Bluetooth. It's coming from Haskell Bluetooth. Why I like Haskell Bluetooth for the on-chain, you can do complicated, very big smart contracts because it's mature. You're dealing with something very mature with a lot of tried and tested code since 2016. The problem I have with that part is there are only very few and difficult examples. All right, I think let me stop here. Let's dwell on to the questions. Right, yeah. Any questions? I see here our time is flying. Yes, Uday.
We can take first any question. I will at one point, but
Yes. Can we have some questions here? Right, I see. Yeah, some of you, I think, were here last week when I showed you the other side, and I said today I'm going to show you the off-chain part. On Cardano smart contract, you need two things: the on-chain, then the off-chain. Quite a lot with our development, you are going to see the on-chain. We are using another language. ICANN, we are using ICANN or Haskell. But then when it comes to the off-chain now you have to go to Lucid. You build up with Lucid. You built it up with English. Yeah. Yes,
so,
Uday, over.
Yeah, Bernard, just checking if Aditya here. I know you've been working on another developer tool, Cardano VSC, and
Wow.
it could be good idea to get your feedback and all other participant feedback. So the tool is for the developers, and it is still in development, and it is done with the intent that assuming that the most of the developers work or already have VS Code installed on their kind of desktop or working machine, and can we enable them with as many as tools within the VS Code without going to some other tools, other ID. Like as you say, Kuber ID is great tool, and I also like it and appreciate that is one of the Cardano tool available in that sense. But when we are thinking about the some of the developer who come new to the Cardano and don't know about that tool, they just heard about the Cardano somewhere. They just most likely scenario is they're going to search in support available in their IDE, which is VS Code. So I know I developed something or in process of developing. Couple of functionalities are ready. So Aditya, are you ready to show quickly? We have now very few minutes time, but if you can show quickly what is it, how it works. And first of all,
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah, I can show a bit of it because I don't have a demonstration ready, but I'll show generally what it is about.
Okay.
Just share my screen. Yeah, is the screen visible for VS Code?
Yeah.
So So this
is
is the
visible.
this is the extension that's currently in development. It's called Cardano VSC. So it's for mainly for Haskell and Plutus development. For on-chain code, anyone wants to develop, it provides a lot of functionalities for it. Syntax highlighting, code completion, as well as querying blockchain data. So auto completion it provides regarding the import statements, the modules regarding to Plutus development. Like let's say you want to import Plutus TX, it would autofill it for you. It would already have those details. Like with Haskell, you would not get those details unless you have already imported them. So that's the key difference over here. It is more focused towards Cardano, and it has few things as you can see on the left over here. It has API integration with the Blockchain Explorer. Currently, that's Cardano Scan because they had APIs that were on mainnet currently, but they are also working on pre-prod, so that is also coming soon. And just for convenience, we have also added a button for people who don't want to get an API and work off that. They can directly go to the website through here, through the VS Code. And we've also added node connection for BlockFrost API. So the reason why we picked BlockFrost API is so that it can be platform independent. So you don't need to run your node. So this extension works both currently on Windows and on Linux. So you can connect and you can deploy smart contracts even from Windows. That's one of the key things we are trying to do as well. And wallet management as well. We have created a small section to mimic how real wallets work. But in this case, it would just get stored in your local directories. If you create a wallet in mainnet, first you have to have a node connection. So currently, I only have a mainnet connection, but I have no wallets created. So I can choose to create it. It will prompt me for a password that I can enter. Once entering, it will give a seed phrase. So this is just newly created, so I don't have anything in it. But like this, people can learn about how wallets work and how to take care of their uh, development and how things are working in a more easier way. And deploying smart contract is also a section that I can show you in the extension page. Currently, I don't have any Plutus files that I can share, but the simple idea is if you have a Plutus file and you want to deploy it, you can just click it and select which Plutus file you want to deploy on chain, and the extension will take care of deployment for you. So those are the functionalities right now. We are also adding a few debugging steps as well as making it more intraoperable with Windows because a lot of people use Windows. So yeah, that's the current state of the extension. And I would love if there's some feedback or some suggestions, and if people can try it out and suggest what kind of tools you would be looking for, what kind of improvements would be interesting. You can reach out to me in Discord as I've shared over here. Anyone and everyone who is interested.
Good, Aditya. I think that's great. And just the introduction. Maybe once your tool is fully ready, you can present once again to the developer group. But this was also for Bernard to probably have a look at it and give any feedback. And it is among the many other tool available, right? So each tool have the strength. This has some different way of thinking, but yeah, if any feedback and if it can add any value, will be great.
Yeah, and the tool is completely open source as well as it's uh, open source as well as you can look at all the code that is available. And if there's any issues, please feel free to reach out because that's always good.
Sure. Okay, back to you, Bernard. Thank you, Aditya. Bernard, you on mute. Don't hear them. But I guess we
Oh yeah, I
can.
was asking for the GitHub link, and then from there, I'm just going to contact him. It's a very great tool, very, very great tool. I've got a lot of big, I've got over 100 students now working on Haskell Bluetooth. They will be your, what do you call it? We call it guinea pigs to test and help you, give you more ideas. Say, yeah, let's improve it here. That's a very beautiful tool. You know why I say it's beautiful? It combines on-chain and off-chain within one environment. You are developing there your own chain there within VS Code, and then from there you build up your UI, and then from there they are linked, and then you deploy it. Yeah, but the deployment part, you said you needed some feedback. I would say deploy it straight to the testnet from where it is. But remember, it depends on your pace. We test it later on, then later on, we will give you suggestions to say, straight from there, deploy it. You don't need to go and now use the CLI to manually deploy to the testing net. But I think we are very close to automating everything.
Yeah, currently CLI is not required actually. So if you have a Plutus file, it will directly initialize with the uh, Lucid, and it will deploy it using off-chain code. It will just take the Plutus file and deploy it. So that's how it's platform independent. So even if you're using Lucid in Windows, it would deploy it still.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Here is the
Thank you
GitHub
so much.
repository. Here is the GitHub repository, Bernard, if you want to have a look at it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Before I close, I don't want maybe to quickly rush. Others who are free to go, they can go. But I want to check. Dylan, any question? Trifina, Sevilla, any comment at least?
Okay. Good evening on our side. I didn't have time, so I just joined right now. But then with the wallet application that I saw right now, I think a lot would benefit, especially the ones on the Haskell Bluetooth program. I think we have new people to blockchain, to Cardano. I think would benefit a lot, actually. Yes, and regarding the website, sorry, the Coxley, but been working on it, yes, since last year. Yes, I'm glad that now it's we can share it to the world, right? Yes, that's what I can say right now.
I know, great work are you guys doing, and I think the Bernard is the veteran in this area. Like you see, he has been working for so many years. So some of you working with him, I think you have a great kind of opportunity to kind of learn directly from him. So that's great, yeah. And these tools and the things will mature when more people come on board, more people learn, and as time passes. So great work together, yes.
Yes.
Good. Thanks,
muted,
Bernard.
sir.
Anything else?
So you're
Anyone?
muted.
I can't
Sorry
hear.
for that. Well, what I'm saying is, Adita, when you need, let's call it more people to test or even to work with you, help you with documentation, with testing, all these are under this Bluetooth Haskell Bluetooth colleges and universities. We are targeting 16 universities. Currently now I have got about 3 here. They've reached 104. All are new, but I believe around mid-year to the end of the year, you will need them. I believe you might need this for testing, for assisting with documentation. Remember, you will benefit a lot if it is possible, like here. On the coxy-lip side, they have helped me. Remember, even when they don't know, they help you with the little things, then you concentrate on the big things. They helped me on the coxy-lip in the testing, documentation. Now, this whole platform is based on coxy-lip. I don't need to log in. There is no sign up, there's no login, there's no log out. Immediately when I get into this, it recognizes me by my wallet here on pre-production. And then from there, it gives me the dashboard where I see all my on-chain credentials. And once I change the wallet, then it will realize based on the wallet that who I am. I'm an administrator now. Then it gives me more resources. There is no way you can take the quiz. The students can take the quiz here if they are not on a Cardano wallet. That is correct. So if they change and they're on a wallet like this one here, and then they try to take a quiz or even to use this other platform, it doesn't work. Remember, this functionality, we were using it before. We see now it's failing. Why? Because of this. It's not working. It's on the testnet, but the students are helping me to test and pick up bugs. So what I'm saying to you, if you need further collaboration with others or students here to test around, give you feedback, we will do so. Thank you so much, Uday. Thank you so much, Adita. That is what I wanted to show you.
Yeah, surely. Thank you. The issue with the extension one, not really an issue, but it's not really a learning tool as such. Like the university that you said is mainly focused around learning. So
Yeah.
the tool is mainly just for development. So it just allows you to develop. That's the only thing that
Yeah.
it does. So yeah, an integration between both of them would be really good because it would allow people to learn on the tool and then develop in the future as well. Yeah, I agree.
Awesome. From my side, I say, hey, Uday, you didn't tell me you're going to. It's great. Thank you so much.
No worries, Bernard. We will learn in the process more stuff. The guys are learning and working on these kind of the developer tools and quite few other open source as well. So yeah, things are progressing and now these tools are getting ready. I think Cardano VSC is not yet fully ready yet. Half of it or 3-4 functionalities are ready. So they're working on more stuff. But anyway, great. Nice to interact and know about the developers as well. So thank you everyone. And we'll catch up in other sessions sometime. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Sure. Bye-bye. We'll meet after 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Let's have fireworks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'll stop recording now. Awesome.